Saying hello again with Audrey Carey from the Lang Pioneer Village just outside of Peterborough, Ontario, from a very interesting exhibit called From Eaton's to eBay, the History of Home Shopping. And you as a great researcher actually located a historic contraption here, and through the use of an Eaton's catalog you were able to find out what it was, right?
We have found catalogs, whether Eaton's or any of the various catalogs that were available, are a wonderful source of, it's a primary source of research, because it helps us to have the information that was printed at the time. For example, we had this object in a barn, and we just weren't quite sure what it was. We knew it was a grinder of some sort, but just not able to identify it. But we were able to, by looking through one of the Montgomery Ward catalogs, identify it as a paint mill. And until the 1880s, when you would buy paint, it would come in a pigment form, in a dry block. You would grind it up very, very fine in order to mix it with a liquid in order to spread it on your...
So you basically made your own paint from the ingredients.
That's right. So that's how the catalogs serve as a source of information to identify things that are difficult or you may not have any know what
exactly. Because nowadays there are a lot of things that don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
Now, this is an interesting exhibit here, Moral Attitudes, okay?
Yes.
Let's talk about this.
Again, this is using a catalog from the late 1890s, and it shows the bathing suit at the time covered you basically from your neck to your knees.
Exactly.
And here we have an example of a 2010 Sears catalog that shows that body image is no longer an issue.
It has changed quite a bit. Let's put it that way. Now, over here, very interesting exhibit, because I think it starts on the left here.
Yes.
With the most historic item. Yes.
And this is pages from the various different catalogs to show the prices of the and evolution of technology.
$5 for a plate camera.
Yes.
Here's another one that starts to look like a camera.
That's right.
Special tourist Hawkeye, I like that. $25. So it's gone up in price.
Yes.
This one looks quite fancy. Brownie Hawkeye. Now, what is this one here? $14.95. Right. Camera only $9.25. When would this looks almost like from the what, 40s, 50s? Oh, yes. 60s already.
Yes, but this style was involved in earlier as well.
Okay. An Instamatic 314 by Kodak, close-ups at 2 feet. So obviously the evolution of technology for $43.95. And you can pay $5 monthly.
Yes.
Or cash.
That's it.
So the installment concept came.
Was moving in.
And here we've got an HP 6.2 megapixels, roughly 2000 and what? Pretty current. Yeah. Pretty current. We're not far away from that. Now this is also very interesting. Price comparison.
This is again using catalogs of the same era to show that the product is virtually the same, but at varying different prices.
Yeah.
And how they. But it also gives a great deal of information. You can see in the text that it tells you all sorts of details. So we can. It really helps us know about the object. The detail that is supplied by these tells us the size and shape and all sorts of things. So it's very helpful in knowing what other colors might be available for the same product. So having the text that come with the product is really important.
Wonderful. And our last exhibit on this side talks about babies as big business.
Right. In 1901, this is the Eaton catalog, you can see there was one page that listed only a few very simple carriages. One of the more interesting events that is following the evolution of time is that by the 1961, our first they are called co-pilot auto seat was a new addition.
Oh, auto seats, yeah. That certainly wasn't around in the 1890s.
It wasn't, and
I like this one here, go-kart.
Go-kart.
Go-kart. It's kind of cute. And then obviously the proliferation of baby accessories in today's day and age.
And how they are converted from being a carrying thing that fits onto a phone frame to also fitting into your vehicle.
Yeah.
So these are all the evolutions in technology that happened during that time period.
Now let me ask you, is this a permanent exhibit? Is this a temporary exhibit?
It's a temporary exhibit. The purpose of this gallery here is to enrich your experience here to the village by bringing bringing in a variety of new subjects.
Okay, great. Well, I really appreciate this introduction to home shopping and the evolution of shopping and of merchandising and all these different types of things. If people want additional information, what is your website here at the Pioneer Village?
The best thing would be to do Lang Pioneer Village.
langpioneervillage.ca, right?
Yes, and
is there a link?
From the county, the website, you can also find us from there as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And there's a little write-up about the current exhibition?
There will be.
There will be.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Audrey. This was fascinating.
My pleasure. Thank you.